Yeah. Hi, guys. Very good evening. So let's take the things forward from the last class. Let me share the screen. Okay. Okay. Now, taking forward from the last class, in the last class, we started with the life cycle of artificial intelligence. We have seen what is um, business requirement, what is data collection, what is data exploration, what is data cleansing, data mining, model building, model training, model evaluation, prediction, and deployment. Okay. So I divided this entire process into two parts. That is the first part where we are going to deal with the um, data. So that is called as data analysis. Now, next part is this, where we are going to build a model and we will train the model with our data and we will evaluate. This is called as data analytics. Okay. So data analysis and data analytics. Data analysis is nothing but we are going to analyze the historic data and try to find out the solutions for the current situation is called as data analysis. And what is data analytics is you are going to analyze the historic data and you are going to predict the based on the results. We are going to predict the future events, whatever the series of future events is there, that we are going to, that is data analysis and data analytics. It is a process of analyzing historic data to get answers to the current situation is called as data analysis. And what is data analytics? Data analytics is, again, it will analyze the historic and predicting the series of future events. And I explained you what is the difference between data engineer, data analyst, and data scientist. So we are going to take forward from here on. Okay. So first thing is, we are going to go a bit detailedly into this. Okay. What is data wrangling or data munging? And what is this data cleansing is? Okay. See, when you look at the definition of okay, just a minute, guys. Okay, sorry for that. So, what is data wrangling? Again, there will be different definitions. According to us, you will be having a data wrangling which includes like steps like data collection, data exploration, data transformation, data validation. All these things will be coming including the data cleansing also. Now, I want to make it clear that here I will give it, you will find the definition with data wrangling includes data collection, data transformation, okay, and data validation, data enrichment, and they also data storage, and they include data cleansing also. But data cleansing itself is a very big process. Here, data cleansing means this is nothing but data filtering. That is nothing but validation, and this one is nothing but it will be the same. So I'm going to keep this one. This is a very huge process. I'm going to remove this one and I will keep this one completely as a different step. Okay. Data wrangling includes this: data collection, data transformation, data validation, and data enrichment, and data storage and export. Okay. Now, first, again, what is data wrangling in terms of definition? So, data wrangling, we can say it as it is a process of collecting the data, transforming the data, and validating the data and mapping the data from raw data, or extracting the or refining the raw data uh, into a meaningful format. With this is what is called as data wrangling. So what is that we are going to say? Data wrangling is a process of collecting the data, transforming the data, validating the data, okay, and enriching the data. Enriching the data from raw format into more meaningful format. Okay, more meaningful format. This is called as, data wrangling. Data wrangling. I can say that it is a process of collecting, transforming, validating, enriching, collecting, transforming, validating, and enriching raw data into more meaningful format. And we also call this data wrangling as, referred as, data munching. Okay. Clear? So data wrangling has its own life cycle. Again, understand this. This is the life cycle of artificial intelligence. Now, this one is having its own life cycle. Its own life cycle, it will be happening. In that life cycle only, you will be doing all these things. So I will put it as over here. Here I will put it on life cycle of data wrangling. First one is, okay, we are going to collect the data. Okay. So first, based on the business requirement, Okay, based on business requirement, we are going to do the data collection or gathering of data. Again, this is having a very two important steps called as primary data collection and secondary data collection. This is a very important step. Collections. This we are going to talk very detailedly. Now the next one is once you are got the data, okay, you got the data, you are going to do the data inspection. That's nothing but you are going to go through the data to analyze, like to see that the relevancy of the data. Now, then afterwards, you are going to remove the unnecessary part of the data. If whatever is important for us, we are going to keep it. And whatever is not important for us, we are going to delete it. This process, we will call it as data filtering. Okay. Now, once the data filtering is done, okay, now then we are going to do the data conversion. I'll explain you. Then we will do the data integration and data exploration, sorry, exporting. Sorry. Data export. Okay. Let me explain you one after the other. I will put it on over here. So, this is a definition of what we discussed it, the definition. This is the definition. This is a life cycle. Now, business requirement, as I told you, this is based on the client requirement. Okay, based on the client requirement, we are going to data gathering, we are going to do it. That is data collection. In simple way, I'll give it as data collection, if you want. And here we are going to apply two different steps over here. First one is primary data collection and secondary data. These two are very, very important steps. Okay, we are going to talk about very detailedly this. Suppose what exactly happens is, try to understand this. Okay, now let me tell you over here. So first one is business requirement, that is a client requirement. Data collection, that's okay. Inspection. See, now I will ask you a simple question. See guys, if you wanted to collect the data, okay, if you wanted, you got a task to collect the data. Now, where exactly you are going to collect the data from? Yep, can someone come up with some answers? Where exactly you are going to collect the data from? If you got a task and they are asking to get the data, okay, where exactly you will collect? There may
Sources
be,
where
yes,
originates, like from the sources where it originates.
can you repeat it again?
On the sources where it originates, like bit
Like
from a
for
device,
example,
bit from a devices where data will be generated.
Oh, okay, I can take that, the devices where the data is generated. So you are going to collect the data. Okay, you got the different sources over the internet, over the websites, over the articles, research papers. All these are the different sources of the data. You collected the data. Now, once you collect the data, Now take this. This is my data. Okay. Now, here we are collecting the data. This is our data. Now, what happens is, now let's take, this is a simple example. Like, let's take this is the student data. Student ID, student name, student class, and student father name, student contact number, student marks, student grade, and student attendance. I'll give it as ATT, attendance. Okay. Now in this all, okay, I will remove, let the class will be there. Yeah, okay, that's fine. You are having maybe around 500 student details over here. Now you want to get the top-notch students, the students who are really performing well. You want to get those details. In this, what column or what are the columns which are important to identify which which columns help us to identify the top-notch students who are good performers. So obviously, based on ID, based on name, you will identify the student, and based on the class, which class they belong to. Or let's take it, they all are of 10th class. So I don't need the class because all are of 10th class. So I don't need the class. And then do father name help me to identify whether he's a good performer or bad performer? No. So we can remove the father name. Then there is student contact. Okay. Contact number also will not help. Marks, yes. Grade, yes. Attendance, yes. So here I found that what I'm doing, I'm going through the data and I'm analyzing it, which column is important for me. These columns, we usually call it as, we will call them as features. These columns, we will call it as features. Okay. Now what we are saying, we want this one, this one. We don't want this one, this one, this one, and this marks, grade, and this are important for us. So when you will come to know these, which one is important after inspecting the data. That is what is called as data inspection. Now after this, data filtering. Now this is nothing but you can also say that data cleaning. But here, this is not, we can say it as, it is used to select the relevant columns. Column selection or feature selection, we use the term over here. Okay. But this can be, you can say it as cleaning also because you are removing the unnecessary columns, right? But the perfect term is filtering. Okay. So what the filtering will do? It will remove the unnecessary columns from this. Column wise, we are going to delete them. Like this, I will bring. Now, I am having only the data which is required for us. Okay. Now, like this, I may get the data from different sources. I told you, one maybe from the social media, one may be from the websites, and one may be from the research papers, okay, and something like this. We are going to talk about these things. So I got the data from the 3 different sources. This may be in CSV file format. This may be Excel file format. This may be like Word format. The three sources, I got it in three. Then what I'm going to do, I'm going to convert them into one particular format. So I may have it CSV, Excel, and Word, or something like that. We are going to standardize this format into one single format like CSV. That is what is over here. So we know inspection. As we collect the data, we will see that which column is important for us. That is considered as inspection of the data. Then after that, data filtering. You are going to remove the unnecessary part of the data. And then we are going to convert the data into standardized format. And then we are, I'll put it as like this. Then it will be much easy. So this is Excel. This is CSV. I'll keep this one as CSV only. This is Excel. I'll keep it as CSV converted. This is Word. I'm converting it to CSV like this. We are going to convert it. And after this, you are going to merge them. Because all are CSV, right? You are getting into one single file. That is called as integration. Joining them is called as integration. And after this, we are going to give it to the next process. Whatever the next process. What is the next process will be? Next process is exploration of the data. Now I'm going to say what is the exploration of the data. Okay. Now you know it, the basic. So we have gone through the requirement, we collected the data, we have inspected the data, we have done the filtering of the data. I will remove this. And then conversion, different formats to a standardized format. Then we will join them and we are going to give it out. Okay. That is what is the wrangling process. Now the very important point is these two. This is okay. Now that is first one. Data collection can be done in two ways. Two ways. First one, I will call it as primary data collection. Second one is secondary data collection. First one is a primary data collection. Second one is a secondary data collection. Now, there are two ways will be there. We know it like there are two ways. These are the two ways. What is primary and what is secondary? Now, one thing, guys, you should understand. See, I told you earlier also, without data, there is no data science or no AI, nothing. Data is one of the most important in the data science. Data, without data, there's nothing. And next important point is, now you are working in a company. Just imagine. You are working in a company ABC. And this ABC got a project from Amazon. We got the project from Amazon. Now, try to understand this. Amazon is already having its own data. But they will not share with ABC company. No way. Now, if you are working with this ABC company, Amazon will not share the data. No way. So what I'm trying to say is, collect the data will be never shared by your client. you have to collect the data from the scratch. Okay, the data will be never given by the client, because data is very, very important for them, very precious. So this will never give you the data. The client will never give you the data. So we have to collect the data. That's very, very important. Now, this we can do it, data collection. Okay. Two ways. Just now we have done it two ways. That is primary and secondary. What is primary and what is secondary? First, let's talk about secondary. See, now, for example, you have a friend. Let's take it, he is your friend. 6 months back, he was working on a project. What the project is, I'm saying it's a research project, what he has done it, okay? A thesis or something. He want to find out, okay, which age group people are using social media a lot, which social media platform a lot. That's what he has to do. Now, he has segregated 0 to 15 and 15 to 25, 25 to 40, and 40 to 60, and 60 plus. Like this, different age groups, he made it and he segregated. Now he got it. Now this one, maybe there is a kids YouTube. Okay, they are spending on this. Again, these people, they may be in the Insta, and these people maybe they are using the YouTube, or I will give it as Facebook and WhatsApp. Okay, and these people are using the YouTube and WhatsApp, and these people are using YouTube alone. Like this, he got, who? Your friend. He was doing the project, he got this data. You know it very well, he is doing it. Now, currently, like, you are having a project. Your company got a project. Now they wanted, company has a client, or you got a project, you build the project, and the client wanted to market the product over the social media. And your client product, now their product is this one, your client product, and this product is useful for the people between 20 years to 40 years. Like this. These are the age group of the people who will use it very commonly. So now your client and wanted to market this product over the social media between age group to 20 to 40. Right. So now, because they can't go ahead and do it, we have to concentrate on a specific group. Now, already you remember that your friend is already done a research work. You will get the data and you will filter this data, this one. These two are very important for us, right? Not above 40, not below 50. Like this, between this, I want to do it. So you took the data from your friend and you removed this data and this data, and you collected only this data. Okay. Now, see, because it is very much related, what your friend is done the project 6 months back and what is your current project is very much related. So, with the help of data, what is collected by your friend, you are utilizing the same data in your project. Now, you are not collecting the data from the scratch. So, this process is called as secondary data collection. Okay. So, whenever we have it, a common use case. Okay. then there is a good chance that we may get the readily available data over online. Okay, so what I'm saying, when we are having a common case study, okay, problem statement or the case study, then there is a good chance that of getting readily available data online, okay, over the online. And that data, we are going to take it and we are going to utilize it. Okay, just I'm putting a quick words over here. When we have common case study, then there is a very good chance of getting readily available data over internet, online. Okay. Now, the question over here is, the major problem with this is the secondary data collection is, we don't know. Now, my friend is collected the data. I know that he was doing this project, he collected the data. Now, I'm not sure that how he collected the data and what is the source for him. Maybe he must be just sometimes taking the data just like that over the internet without validating it, without finding the actual source. He just got it because maybe he wanted to do that way and he went on like that. He is not sure that whether it is genuinely collected or not. Now, how your friend is collected this data, we don't have any idea. Just blindly believing your friend way of collecting, we are utilizing in our project. Maybe it may be wrong also. So here, one of the major challenges is data is not 100% reliable. Okay, I'll give it as okay. I'll give it as major disadvantage is non-reliable data. Now, major advantage is, okay, this data is available immediately. So we don't need to wait for long time, or nor we need to spend lot of money to collect the data. So first one is less time consumption. Okay, less time consumption. Okay, just next one is less expensive. Less time consumption, less expense. And here our source of data makes a lot of difference, like from where you are collecting the data. Now here, one may be your government websites. First, we can say it as friends and colleagues. Okay. Next, government websites and online news articles. And there is electronic and print media. Okay, electronic and print media. And there may be online repositories. I can use it about this, the research papers. Online repositories like Kaggle. What is online repository? Means online databases, free databases like Kaggle, Gapminder, all these things comes over there. Next one is social media. Last, I'm going with social media. These are the different sources sources of collecting the data. Okay. So first thing is secondary data collection means we are the secondary users of the data which is already collected by someone else. Okay. Now,
meeting.
Guys, please mute. Okay. So we are the secondary users of the data which is already collected by someone else. Okay. And the major disadvantage over here is we are not sure that whether the data is 100% genuine or not. So that is what I'm saying. Major disadvantage is non-reliable data and advantage is less time consuming or less expensive. Okay. This is all about your secondary data collection. Okay. Now, what is primary data collection? See, primary data collection is when we are dealing with an exceptional case study. Exceptional means very unique. You will not find that case study over the internet line. Okay. So whenever we are dealing with a problem statement, unique problem statement. Okay. For I will give it as when we have exceptional case study, then we have to collect the data from the scratch as it's next to impossible to get such data over online. Okay. Now, I will tell you a case study, then you will understand. When we have exceptional case study, then we have to collect data from scratch as it's next to impossible to get such data over online. Now, let's take a scenario. Okay. Now, I will give it as, see, you are working in a company. The company name is XYZ. Okay. XYZ. Now, you got a project from a bigger company called as ABC. ABC is a company which is having around 200 employees. And this is, you are working in this company and they gave a project to you, your company, this ABC. What the project is, they are facing some problem. What the problem is, every week, 2 to 4 employees are resigning in this company. Every week. Minimum 2 and maximum 4 people are resigning. They are serving their notice period. They are putting down their papers. Now, it's a small company and these potential employees are leaving the company. So again, getting the potential employees will be a big headache for any company. So what they requested is, they requested your company to find out what is the reason why the employees are putting down their papers. So in that case, where you will get it now? These 200 are employees we are working with ABC. Now, what you have to do it? You have to find out what's the problem with the employees. Where you will get this data? Will you get it in the social media, or you will get it in the news, electronic media, or print media, or you will get it in the website, government websites? No. This is one of the exceptional case. So what you have to do it is, you have to hire 5 or 6 people over here like this. Okay. And you are going to send those people to this company, behalf of your company XYZ. And these 4 or 5 people will coordinate all these 200 employees, and they will try to find out the problem. Clear? This is an exceptional case where you have to collect the data from the scratch. We are not going to get the data over the online. That is what is called as primary data collection. When we have an exceptional case study, then we have to collect the data from the scratch, as it's next to impossible to get such data over online. Okay. Now, how you are going to collect it? What will be your approach? See, my approach will be, I'll put it as approach. First thing is, we will have the interviews. Okay. We are going to monitor the people. You will have the one-to-one interview and try to extract it. And then you are going to monitor them, what they are doing, where they are going, if they are having any other offer, something like that. Okay. Next, we are going to have it as, we will do a survey. And then we are going to do it. Okay. Now, survey, and we are going to do the interviews, monitor, survey, and research. Now, research and research paper, there's a lot of difference. Research paper means someone else has already done the research. Now, research and their paper, their results, you are using it. Here, research means you are doing the research. Okay. Now, these are some of the ways we can monitor. Now, what is the advantage of, what is the advantage? Advantage is, major advantage is, you will get it 100% reliable data. Okay. Now, disadvantage is, %100% reliable data. Now, disadvantage is, we can say it as time consuming. It will take a lot of time and pretty expensive process. Why means we have to hire some people, right? Now, these 5 people has to meet 200 people. Maybe it may take 1 month time. 1 month I have to pay them the salary. We have to wait for 1 month to get the output and all these things. So this is an like pretty expensive process and time consuming. So these are the 2 ways we are going to collect the data. Okay. These are very, very important, guys. So as I told you, your client will not provide you the data. Now, when the client is not providing the data, you have to collect the data. Now, when you are giving a presentation to the client will immediately ask you, immediate question is, what is the source of your data? From where you collected this data? The client will ask you this. Okay. So this is the way we will be approaching of data collection. Okay. Now, so when you look at this one is done. This one is done for us. And then the data what is given out will be coming to the data exploration. Okay. We are going to give the data exploration. We are going to do it. What is data exploration? Data exploration is, now you have to understand one thing. Here, we already remove the unnecessary columns over here. By using the filter, we are removing the unnecessary columns. We do the inspection, we will remove the unnecessary columns. Now, when we give out the data, that data will be coming out for our data exploration. Data exploration stage. This is also called as EDA. EDA. This is nothing but exploratory data analysis. Data analysis. Okay. Now, what does this do? And it will examine the data. Okay. It is a process of examining the data and visualizing the data to understand the main features and find the patterns inside the data. Okay. I can say it as it is a process of examining the data, examining and visualizing the data to understand main features and perform spot anomalies and find the pattern. This is what your data exploration will be doing. So it will take the data from the wrangling, and what it will do it is a process of examining, visualizing the data, understanding to understand the main features, perform spot anomalies, and find the patterns. Now, this is nothing but it is a process of examining which will understand the importance of the data. That is what it is called as. Now, after this process, we are going to give this data to the next level that is called as cleansing. Here, this and down. So first, this is a small process. It's not a big process. It is a very much small process. So after that, we are going to pass it on the data to the next level. Our next level is nothing but our cleansing. Now, cleansing is also a very, very important process for me. You know, wrangling is important and cleansing is also very important. Now, let's see what will happen in that cleansing. Now, this is a EDA process, guys. It will get the data and it will examine the data. It will try to understand the patterns in the data. This is what it will be doing. Okay. Now, next one is data cleansing. Now, as I told you guys, data is very, very important for our project, right? Very important, very, very important for our project. So, if you have a project, let's take it, this is your project, AI related project. Now, this project, okay, requires the data. Now you gathered a perfect data, 100% perfect data. Then you can say it as 60% of your project is done. Okay. If you get the perfect data, okay, if you get the perfect data, then the 60% of your project is done. Now, what do you mean by perfect data? That is your wrangling process and your cleansing process. These two, you have to do it perfectly. Then you can say it as 60% of the data is being done. Okay, 60% of the project is being done. Now, first, let's see what is this cleansing process. How to define the cleansing process. Simple, guys. Cleansing process is nothing but it is a technique of identifying irrelevant or incorrect or inaccurate, anything you can say. Try to identify irrelevant or incorrect data in the data set and taking necessary measures to rectify it is called as data cleansing. What is that? See guys, I will tell you over here. We were having some data over here, right? Earlier, I will tell you. I'm taking this. So previously, we were having like 2 or 3 columns over here, right? Unnecessary columns. I'm just adding those 2 or 3 columns. Just give me a second. Okay, insert to right. And okay, now let's take it like this. These are the 4 columns are there with us, which are non-relevant. Okay, so what is that? Father name, student father, student location, student Aadhaar, student contact. Like this, these are the ones we are having. Okay. Now, the same, our project is, we have to find out the top-notch students. So what we have done it, we identified these columns and we removed it. Okay. Now I will just keep this copy. I'll keep it one more copy over here. And I will remove this. Father name, contact number, we are going to do. So now this process of removing the unnecessary columns, we call it as filtering. This is, we call it as filtering. Data filtering. That is what we have done it in over here. Here, this one. This one is filtering. So inspecting is you will going through the data and removing the unnecessary columns from the. Okay. Now, guys, one more thing I want to let you know. Tomorrow, yeah, 23rd would be our last demo. And from Thursday, our link will be getting changed. Now, whoever is enrolling for this course, they are the ones who will be sent with this new link. Okay. Tomorrow will be the last demo. Okay. And after that, like we will be directly taking the classes from the Thursday. Like we will continue with our classes. From here only, the same way we will be continuing with this, but the link will be changed. So whoever been enrolling and who are interested, please enroll by coordinating with the admin. Okay. Now, guys, so you know what is the filtering now? Filtering is nothing but removing the unnecessary columns. These are the columns which we felt that which are not necessary, these columns. We remove them. That is called as filtering. Now, after doing the filtering, maybe this may be having the data. In this data, there may be errors. Column is valid. Inside this, there may be an error over here. These things are identified, okay, and rectified using the cleansing. Okay, using the cleansing process. This is called as cleansing process. Okay. So first, it will be a filtering. Then we will be doing the cleansing over here. Now, how to define the, I told you, I will just document those things. It is a process of identifying incorrect or inaccurate and rectifying it by correcting it. Or deleting from the data is called as cleansing. Okay, it is a process of identifying incorrect or inaccurate data by and rectifying it by correcting and or deleting from the data set. This is called as, data cleansing. Again, data cleansing is having its own life cycle. What is that? First one is because whatever data is given from here after exploration, that data we are going to get it over here. Now here, first step is import data from wrangling process. From wrangling and exploration, EDA process. Then after that, we are going to do the merging of data. Okay, import data from wrangling and EDA, merging of the data. Next, after this, rebuilding of data. We are going to rebuild the data, and then we are going to normalize the data. Or data normalization. Data normalization. Data normalization. And then we will do it deduplicate. Deduplication. Next, enrich, verify, and enrich. And then verify and enrich. Verify, enrich, and last is export. Export. Okay. This is our cleansing life cycle. We are going to perform the cleansing life cycle. Okay. Now, actually, I will stop it over here. We will perform the cleansing life cycle tomorrow along with the model building. Okay. I will write down over here cleansing life cycle and model building. These two are the stuff we will be doing. Okay. Any questions, guys? Do you have any questions, please? Because these things we are going to do it very detailedly. I will tell you which part of the coding will be useful for us. Okay, what are the different types of errors, how those errors are rectified, everything I'm going to discuss it. And then we are going to do the model building, how the model is built and how we are going to work it out. Okay, any questions you have it, guys? I'm stopping up the session as of now for today, and we will meet tomorrow to finish it off the things. And I want to let you know, tomorrow will be our last demo. And after tomorrow, then we will directly enter into our mainstream of the course. Okay. And we will be first doing a bit of Python, as I told you. For next 10 days, we will be doing only on Python. I will give you whatever the required ingredients in the Python. Apart from that, we are going to give you the 170 videos in the Python. You can go through those videos and you can learn the Python. And after this, we are going to jump into we will be doing in 10 days, whatever the required stuff is there in Python, we are going to do it. And when it comes to the lambda function and, the regular expression, these two we will go with from there our actual course starts. We will do the lambda function, we will do the regular expression, we will do the numpy, we will do the pandas, and this will be going on. This will be normally, it will be going on. Okay? Sure. Any questions, guys? Okay. I'm taking it as no. So let's meet tomorrow to continue with the session. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for your time.